welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today is update number 1 in my year-long Pan That Palette series. This year I am panning one palette and I am doing a rolling Colourpop Super Shock Shadow pan at the same time. Did that make any sense? I do have my intro video already up on my channel if you would like to see it. This is a month later after that intro was filmed, and so I thought I would update you on my progress. My Pan That palette for the year of 2019 is the Naked 3 palette. You know, if you want to hear about why I chose this palette, you can go check my intro out, but this is a very old palette in my collection, one of the oldest, and it also has a lot of sentimental value to me, so I wanted to make sure that I used it up before it went bad. And so let's talk about my progress on this bad boy. I have been using it very frequently. I really love the tones in this palette. So here it is. Let's do a close-up. Here is what this palette looks like. My goal with this palette is to use up all the shades from Mugshot all the way over to Strange. So I wanted to use, well, I want to, by the end of the year, use all of these shades. I think that was my goal. My goal actually might have been just to hit pan. Or was it to use it up? Good Lord. Let me go and verify. Ah, okay. I was wrong. So my goal is to hit pan on all shades from Mugshot all the way over to Strange. So that's my goal, to hit pan. However, it would be great to use up also as many shades as possible in this palette. I expect that, as you can see, I already have hit pan in a couple of these shades, that those shades, so Strange and Limit, and then also possibly Nooner, I might possibly be able to finish up by the end of the year, but who knows, because I'm able to use those 3 shades in conjunction with just about everything else in this palette. So whenever I'm using anything else, I'll probably also be using those 3, because these are the 2 matte shades and they match basically everything else in this palette. So as you can see, of course, I have hit pan on Strange and I have hit pan on Limit. I think that's Limit, yes. I have a really big dip in Nooner, and I've basically, I think, used everything else. I've used this shade quite a few times. The shade Burnout, I've used this one a couple times. I don't know if I've used, oh, I think I've used this one once, but I don't think I've used this shade yet because it's very close to another single shadow that I'm trying to hit pan on. And then I've used these 3 shades a handful of times. This one actually quite a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if I hit pan on this one before the next update, the shade Liar, because I can use that in my outer crease and I can use it all over the lid. So I've been making really good progress on this. As you can see, I have now hit pan on 2 shades already, and then I also have just a significant amount of dip in both of these shades. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have pan in Nooner really fast here. I'm almost surprised that it hasn't hit pan yet, but I have been using that one really often. And then also, again, Liar. So I think Liar and Nooner are gonna be the next 2 that I hit pan on. Burnout I've been using consistently, but I haven't been focusing like on a specific spot in that shade very much. It's just kind of been the whole middle that I've been focusing on. So I feel really good about my progress on this. I've hit pan on 2 out of the 10 shades that I'm wanting to hit pan on, and it's only been 1 month. So I feel like the progress on this is doing really well. The other item in this Pan That palette project pan is a single Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This is a rolling part of the project pan. So my goal with my Super Shock shadows this year is whenever I hit pan on one, I can roll it out and roll another one in, because I really want to focus on my Super Shock shadows this year. I recently had to declutter a whole bunch of them because they just had gone bad. They weren't good anymore, and a lot of them I just never used because they were too dark. But my goal is to get more use out of all of my Super Shock shadows. So this one, my first one that I rolled into this project pan, is the shade Puppy Love. It's, I think, in collaboration with the No Kill LA foundation, maybe is what that is. And my goal, again, with all of these is to hit pan. Now, technically, I have done that. As you can see, I have a little sliver of pan, but I think what I actually want my goal to be with these is to show there's a little disc in the center of these pans, and I want all of that to be showing. So, I mean, I've kind of hit my goal on this, but not totally. So I am gonna keep this in this project pan until I display the entire middle of the pan in this, which I think will be relatively soon. I don't think it'll take me that long. This shade is a little bit dry. It's not as hydrated and fresh as it used to be, which is really unfortunate. I have heard a lot of people say to try and use, I think it's vitamin E oil, and put that in these, and it freshens it up and makes it kind of renewed. So I'd like to pick some of that up and try it in this product, because this used to be one of my favorite Super Shock shadows, but it's kind of on its way out. So This is still in this project pan. However, I think I will have hit full pan in this before my next update, so I thought I would mention the Super Shock shade that I'm going to be rolling in once I've hit pan on this, so I can start working on it right away. And it is this shade right here. It's very similar-ish. It's like a light pink shade to Puppy Love, which was the one that's currently in my project pan. But this is the shade Co-Pilot. This is another decently well-used shade. Let me give you a close-up of this one and show you where I'm starting, just in case I start using it. So this is what this one looks like. I mean, it's got a little bit of use in it, not a whole lot, but I do really love this shade. Oh, I might as well swatch it while we're here. So here is what that shade looks like right here. It's just a really nice light pink shimmery shade, which I think is perfect for the springtime and around Easter. So that is the product that I will be rolling in once I hit full pan on the other Super Shock shadow. All right, and there is my full update for my Pan That palette and Super Shock shadow panning journey for the month of February. That's my usage from the month of January. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you like project pans or you just liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe to follow along on my panning journeys, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.